25 seconds. Team 1 know they have to try and drive themselves into the site itself at this point, and they can't quite get the catch on any of the DZ players. KDS with a hot drop almost gets the lockdown on the fight around the chassis and does. Finds a very important kill, but 10 seconds. Lagonis needs to try and get that diffuser down and in, and now it's suddenly a 3 versus 1. Pamba is all that's left. He's in the isolated shower situation. Couldn't get the swing to the right location on the single player that's on this far side. They found him though, but they can't quite get all the holders. Neskin's able to at least battle one back, and another 2 fall either side, and suddenly Canadian is the last one left.
Lagonis is getting rid of one of the Surya laser gates. Elamau gets the kill. The push is coming in from the freezer at the very same time. Elamau picks up 3. Lagonis just runs in as well as Eclipse, the last one standing now. Needs to find 3 more. There's 16 seconds. They could go for a plant, or they could try and go for the kills as Levy, the one with the diffuser, manages to sprint past. It's Eclipse now with the SMG, but he will not last. It's Elamau. Yes, he is. There's going to be some pressure here. He gets caught, and that means there's now an opening. Elamau also will be able to find one as NGR tries to rotate back towards the kitchen because Dark Zero, well aware of what's currently happening, but the kills just keep flowing in here for Team 1. It's only up to Hyper now, and he gets shut down as one takes the site.
He's able to take a little bit more pressure inside the freezer, but as they're slowed down, it's Levy. Gets one, gets dropped, gets swung, and suddenly everything's popping off. 30 seconds and a 3 versus nobody. And Team 1, that default is going to be exceptionally dangerous, so they might try and deep dive it towards the close trophy wall. Hey, there's a C4, and there's Hyper catching on his head. Canadian somehow survives. Smoke towards the entrance means that Eclipse cannot quite get it clean, but does take Lagonis. Will the firefight? 15 seconds. Elamau for a bit of revenge here. He is trying to take bodies. Neskin puts them into the 2 versus 1, and Team 1 put themselves, I believe, onto the grand playoff stage.
Yeah, they have indeed already qualified themselves, and not just qualified themselves, but in the first seed of their group as well.
It's why you saw the drone coming in up top. Vert finds 1, finds 3. It's Aces walks into the end of the tip of his spear. Not quite able to muscle his way through the bar here. Peeked onto by Laxing and finds 1.
That first kill on the challenge down here towards kitchen doorway, to be fair. Both inside vertical. Gonna find him on the long angle.
Not going easy on the new kids, is he here? Leon, 2 kills to kick out the round. Vertical eventually collapsed on by Aces as well. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3 for the side of Rogue in this round. We're only 75 seconds in, and they're already chewing their way through as Hopes finds himself blasted hopelessly through a wall.
Nice long-range effort onto Rips there for Laxing. Goes to the second, but he's challenged from 2 angles at once. Got an opportunity to push up White Stairs potentially, but it depends if Rogue knows that he is coming from there. Hopes is going to be down. Aces and Crying getting the job done. I think they've pretty much got this top floor locked down now. Going to be very difficult for Laxing to do anything here. Can't get near any of those corner stations to help him. Prano putting the diffuser down. Won't have time.
So it'll be really interesting to see how the team squares up when we get towards the end. Yoga! Oh my god, he's doing it for fun at this point. Finds 2 heads with a couple of clicks. Can't quite get the Nexus. Prano trades it back.
Doesn't quite catch the head of the man. Knows there's somebody on red. Sees him now. You know it's there, Hooks. You know the fight's coming, and he wins it. Takes Leon down. In comes Prano. So close to them lining up. Laxing moving up to the top floor. Nade about to come out as well. And Oxygen being allowed to play really high inside a site here, Des.
That man not being there, not doing his role, means Vert can just walk through and slap them silly. Laxing with yet another.
In the next sort of 15-20 seconds, really, just to take the pressure off. Out comes the nade. Crying has to dip away, but just do some damage.
Kino.
Can't find the killers. Kino gets aggressive, immediately traded by Aces, though. And again, Rogue continuing that trend of being able to find trades. And again, Aces now 1v2, flips to the shotgun. Can he win it from the bar back storage? He's being pushed from both sides. Doesn't quite catch a glimpse there. Does get the kill though. The nade manages to evade it. It's 1v1. Yoga's low health. 25 seconds left to go. This is going to be close, but Aces manages to lock it down in a 1v2 on the top floor. Going to be challenged by the
he has no idea.
He has no idea whatsoever, but neither did Rips.
Yeah.
He just manages to turn on him. Rips, he's going to be struggling here. He's pinned down. He's got multiple pushing him. He gets one there. Surely he can't get the second. Aggressor's on. He doesn't need to. He's got Crying on the cover, who has his man's back. But at 2 versus 3, it might be too little too late. He finds an absolute freebie onto Leon, who survives somehow.
It's a 3 versus 1. Yoga, the last hope, will find 1 as Leon running blindly into his line of fire was not what was planned. Here's another gunfight to be won though for Yog. Might find himself flanked off towards the right here. Man up high, gets the down. No way does he clutch this out, crying. Comes through on the swing, pistol in hand. Can he find the head? Sprays through the wall, can't find the man. Down to our HP. No way! Has he just found him through the wall?
Vert knows what's coming, but do they know where he is? No, they don't. Vert manages to get one. Laxing onto Leon. Rips. He manages to find a little shred of hope.
Prado steps into the corner. Nade into hallway. A shotgun to the side of the wall. Down he goes to Kino. Oxygen have done enough. They're going to find themselves a win. It's a win that isn't going to change the outcome. They are still going home, but a win that at least they can take away from the major.
Don't really know where they're going to go. I solved that church wall, but you haven't been able to open it up. Pino's Nitro Cell connects on Moto, but Super's in. Sidearm out. He needs to plant, but he doesn't know if he's good to do it. Kamikaze coming in, and he'll be able to take out Super. No! The sidearm master. Rexon needs to stop Pino. Pino's all by his own, but where are you looking? The objective for the SONIQS is good. Julio swings on out of logistics. He has one. A second unavailable as Yeti is there. A little bit too hard to outduel him on Jacuzzi. Is Yeti good enough for more than one node? And a spot as well allows them to know that Muzi's going to be coming through. But Super. Now there is absolutely no hurry. Pino feeds his bullets right into Grixer. Super picks up kill number 5, but not more than that as Julio swats him away. Diffuser surrendered, but there's way too many angles to look at. Kill holes aplenty. Rexon good enough for one onto Julio. He's going to stat pad. Super knows where he wants to plant, and there's still a default cam up, but he's wary of the player on main stairs. And oh, he swings! Super is an absolute gunner right now. Through the wall, down goes Super, cans and falls, and there's no recovery onto that diffuser.
Muzi with a yellow ping coming out, cooking up that grenade, tosses it. It goes wide, but actually, in fact, the bounce off the wall finds Yeti's booty.
NA actually likes to do this a lot, though. They like to stick different players up there. Bosco's done it a couple times. The last 3 remaining are all in the same spot inside a cache, and that's a beautiful nade by Psycho. Someone is going to aggress because of those spam marks going in. He loses the fight to Pino, as so many people do, and Kamikaze takes out Grixer. Grenade from Yeti doesn't connect. The drop from Kamikaze is good. 2 Nitro Cells for the trouble. You can't blow up the diffuser, gentlemen. Grixer takes out Super. That's a bit of a mistake. Kansan goes down as well. Muzi dropped. Side art out from Julio. He can't run. He's got a Legion mine in his foot, and he knows he's not going anywhere. Pino down 2. Match point awaits whoever wins this round, frankly. But if Nip are able to buck that trend, which looks very likely with these first 2 kills, then something good can happen, and we can see that streak break. Still a minute to go, and there's some firepower from the SONIQS. Julio softened up, but so is Grixer. More work will need to be done from Grixer, but that's it. It's almost a flawless round.
2 C4s left from SONIQS. They can make it happen, but Psycho looking for the explosives. Finds Super from down below. 1 C4 left from Kansan. It gets tossed. It goes wide. It misses. Grixer's on the floor. Psycho finds the last, and SONIQS will be eliminated. They will be sent home. North America has 1 team left standing, and that is SSG, to no surprise.
And Damwon Kia are starting to break down this defense now. You can see the angles are covered. They've got the windows. They've got the kills. Jas with his 3rd in the round. In it comes Rin, able to just walk in.
Only 1 player at this point trying to come from that direction, but we've seen Damwon Kia work these rounds before into a 4v2, soon to be a 4v1. It all falls to Rare, but he has time on his side now. 5 seconds left. 1 plant denial, and he might get it. There's the first pickup from him. Stuck in the corner. They're going to try to get this down on the ground. They have secured it. He's got the first and the second, and Rare will clutch it out huge for FURIA.
That's what I love to see. Get in here and force the defenders to move around, force them to take challenges like that. They're just twisting and turning blue. Everywhere they go, there is another gun pointing at them. Corted's getting the diffuser down. Rin finds a kill. It's all up to Miracle inside of Dirt. Let's play the Echo out there for safety. But Fantasy, he's one that taking your gunfights, and that doesn't line up with taking the Echo. They've lost an essential piece of utility far too soon. They lose another operator now, Rare.
The attacker side of the mattress defense here. Highs is going to be able to rotate out. We'll see the Nitro going, but an instant exchange, and Highs will nearly lose himself here as well. Stuck in a corner now, but at the same time, Damwon Kia running out of time. They need to push in. Woogieman gets the second. Rin is lost, and Rare once again with the clutch here. Rin finds a first response to make the numbers a bit easier here in a 2v3. Rin has to fall away though from this fight, and Katsang with the TCSG. It's hard for him to fight this. A base shot from him to shut down 1, but it's not going to be enough.
Allow his big shield to keep pushing down in front of him, but no, here comes the aggression. Look at that blue.
Miracle's going to be lost here. Rare, however, not being stopped on the plant so far here. Fantasy and Highs are holding on, and the plant goes down inside of Church as they're able to successfully secure it for themselves. Excuse me, Arsenal. Oh, but the Pokeball takes down Rare. Post plants are going to be so strong for the members of FURIA. They've secured it, but no, Fantasy can't get a grasp on the scenario here. Highs has the read on this, but so is Damwon Kia. They're not going to immediately contest. Yas is going to try to draw the attention away. Highs still ready for the fight, but he's going to interrupt it, but no, Yas gets the cutoff, shuts him down instead.
And Fantasy's going to get Katsan. Can he get himself a second blue? Yes, he can. Going to get the headshot onto Woogieman as well. And this is Fantasy stepping up exactly when FURIA needed him most.
Even the drop down from the upstairs roam here, but no, look at this. No! Linda holding on. But once again, Coden's been smart about this so far. Good deployment. Coden rushes out, kills the main stairs player. What a play so far from this one. Now he's got to isolate the final two, and he has a chance right here. That's the case going down. Coden. Miracle has the same from the drones at the same time. A frag grenade ready, but he wants the duel out right, and Coden fails on the final player. Because of Damwon Kia are coming very, very close to their own execute. Maybe not, though. Rare moves out, gets 1 and 2, and they're not expecting a close plant here, so he sneaks it in, gets it down, and even escapes back outside into a post-plant position. Rare snipes out Yas, though, and takes away the garage control for FURIA here, or rather Damwon, as they're going to start the counter defuse.
Doing it, Blue.
Where's the presence from the breach? They don't have it because they went for this close plant. The members of DK have no idea, so FURIA just steal the counter defuse, and they steal this map out of Damwon Kia's hands.
Another huge round from Rare.
3-day playing it for BDS, you will always find a support player there. NJR up at the top of square, knows at least one is down here. Don't think he quite sees the second, but this could be a flawless round coming in. Indeed it will, but that is what they are going to be relying on, and you've got Pambazu looking to play in from above to start threatening them inside of Orange.
All the way up to that top floor hatch, see if he can get anything going here, but very unlikely. He knows that there's one inside of Archives, gets shut down by Pamba though, and Eclipse will finish the round off.
I think Nova realizes where he is. There's a man on the window and he can't see the one behind him either. Surely the Twitch sees him first. Nadian now knows. The call will be screamed that he's sat on the stairs, and sure enough, Eclipse responds in kind. NJR, another one coming in. Pamba closing it out. It's a flawless round for Dark Zero, and Envy doing some great work from below. And here he goes on the jump up.
That's perfect, because Envy's just taken Pamba down, so Shayo can get himself up there, and he's going to hit them from behind hard. Here he goes, he knows they're inside, he sees his man, he gets one. Can he find the Monty? Not before Nova does, and there's the final kill from Static. SANDBOX are doing this fantastically, Des. Every time they get picked up, they've got a rotation, they've got the next move. Nova's got his next move. The diffuser's down cold on the ground. There's 12 seconds left to go. Nova with a third. Can he make it 4? He sprays him down. Can he finish the job? He goes to pistol, but no! NJR is just trying to be mobile here, but look at him, Des. He's surrounded on all sides.
A bit of work to be done, and it might even just be a drop straight down inside the vault, as if he's still alive from that one as well. Knows the one's inside the vault, but Harper comes on the flank. A great pinch push, and now they've got the left side control. Sees one tucked in. What a headshot from Harper coming through. What more can they find? Apparently it's everything. But there's one also pushing down main stairs. Envy on Charles' characteristic operator in the Zofia is trying to make something happen, but it's Dark Zero finding all the kills. Here he comes for the drop. Knows that they're all scattered out towards the east, and the toe shots, well, people pay a lot of money for those.
Try and use that rotation when we saw this side defender. They all taking a ton of damage, but so
they're looking for the angle. Smokes might come through, but this drop could be lethal. There it is. Hyper finds one, a second drops through. It's like a leapfrog. Wants to protect that precious KDA. Is 2 and 9. Doesn't want to go to being 2 and 10. Dark Zero take the game. It is a consolatory one. They only get the 3 points. They can't fight their way into the top 2, but a promising sign for the NA team to look towards ending their performance on a win.
Nick comes out to swing with that indeed. It will be the injury from Aces, but he gets shut down by Caraman a second for his trouble as he shuts down the entire push and rogue with the pump from the shotgun. Bullet finds one, but Prano says goodnight. He's the aggressive Latin player, and he will also win the gunfight.
Cryan will dispense of one of those grenades, but it goes off a bit too prematurely, and a nice shot on the Cyber. Cryan was prepared for that. The Renaissance that is Cryan has been quite nice to watch. Prano in the middle of the site, he surrenders the diffuser, but a punch back from Rogue leaves Cameraman in a 1v2. This is a particularly damning situation. He has to drop, but he gets cut off by Cryan at the rotate. The only time that FaZe hasn't indisputably won it, and they will continue as Leon Kids is now 0-5. Absolutely snake pit at the moment, though Ace does trade back. Aces, and Prano has one of his own.
Cyber on the prowl on the flank. I don't think Rogue knows his whereabouts. It doesn't matter. Souls finds the heads of Aces and looks for that Alder going brr, brr, but it does not matter.
As now Prano and Aces are going to walk right in. But on the ground, Cameraman out-dueling him. This is such a cheeky angle to play off of. Securing, but can't accomplish much more. Goyo with him side by side as Rips is looking for the walk-in. Prano takes out Cameraman. That's his 9th kill. Looking for double digits. Bullet shreds through Cryin. There wasn't much left, so he finishes the job. And now Prano will need a 2v1 clutch. Can he get one? He breaks 10, but an 11 almost available, but in the 50-50.
He's gonna waste a bunch of time with that Jackal off the board. He'll either have to drone in completely or just wait around. Cryin up above still. So how much value does this bomb set actually grant you? It doesn't matter. Cryin founds one and Prano just swings up in the hallway. He's got the scope in hand, the better gun against the mirror, but Rips says no. Unless Cameraman finds the opening for his team. It'll be Astro instead from FaZe, finding the likes of Cryin, and now the XQ comes through.
And down goes Aces. Leon Gids is on the floor, bleeding out as well. Technically a 3v4, but now Rips is gone and Prano's the last one alive. You praised this man a ton, but he's about to be blind. And is he dead? Cameraman wants to secure, and he will do just that. FaZe, as long as FaZe can survive the next.
Very nice from FaZe using that shot, but Aces reads it, takes the head off of Astro instantaneously. Quick work once they make their way through, even though Cameraman has the full health. No, Cameraman is just a better player. Bullet finds one as well, leaving Prano as the last man standing. But FaZe, they take the game, and they will be the top victor of their group. They solidify themselves with a win over Rogue, and they want to prove a point that they're going into playoffs looking strong.
The pair of them, and now Kamikaze too, are going to go for the swing onto the red door. Hey, Sledge, goodbye, Sledge. He pulls back but drops it off. Alems is now buried in the corner. They have the split on the diffuser plant. They've got to swing both ways, but only one is the one that counts. Rafal with the double.
Is going to carry these grenades and is trying to find a player or two, and will find Kamikaze to start it off with.
2 players have now gone either side of Alems, and he's about to find the first, but Musi is coming around on the backside too. Does not win it against Julio, and now they can both hot-foot it and hop back up as Psycho keeps a lockdown inside the corner of the hole. Now, I know what I'm talking about, and they know what they're doing. Bride especially, as he hops back off the diffuser, finds the first, and he needs it now in the 1 versus 1, drops the default.
Oh, Bride!
Second! Bride is going to put the stick down and hope it lands, as a C4 is really wanting to try and tear its way across. They baited the first one there, and Ranshiro takes the kill anyway, and Rafal, there's almost the kill. There's now a body watching it, just couldn't make it. Now a split either side, one on one door, but it's the other that gets it. SMGs can absolutely rip and tear through a distance of what is less than 10 feet. There's Kamikaze though. Julio has the crossfire from the mud room and takes an important take onto Shaiko. It's a double, but there's the pulse. Drop down on the entrance on the door. They're going to see if they can stick it. The cover is still there, and he's up and he's down. Bride and Rafal with 1 apiece.
1 to any attack ever. Make sure you give them as little as possible, as Rafal literally does not give much to the side of Musi, but Psycho,
the spray, and it doesn't quite connect from the body and the player underneath.
Oh no.
There's some health, and there it is!
They stole the salvation station charge right there, but in the meantime we do see some trades to come through. More grenades even from below. Zep coming in at him right there. 1 kill coming through, but he's being pinched at the very same time. Musi in the meantime though, trying to sneak around, is going to get picked up by LMs as well. It's a 5-on-2 situation. It seems like it might be ending there as Kamikaze just jumps over the frost mat.
Well, he's just still that information being bled through. 10 seconds, 5 players to get through, and they know exactly where you are. You're almost able to take the first fight valiantly, but they get revenge. Here it is, double down. BDS get a win against NIP. Nobody else has been able to do that this tournament so far. Okay, this game was a laugh. It was a gun game. Head down, stick it, 7 seconds. He's got halfway and the pings are coming through, but the cover is there from SSG. Bosco gets it, and the diffuser is down. A double from Rin, and Skies is on the floor. It's suddenly a 4 versus 2 post plant. There's the double bait on the air jab. They've played it off, but there's both players. There's a very important take and a revenge kill. Bosco's left. Bosco gets it. Woogieman is looking to see if he can get any sort of angle on this. It's dropped. Bosco gets that player. It's a 1 versus 1. 11 seconds. He goes for the pickup. He has to stick it. Has to get the cover. Bosco looks it out, and SSG somehow keep it in their favor.
In a 2v4 post-plant for that Folks, though, lurking right in, walking right into the site. No one's even noticed him as of this point here, and he's going to find that Cash is open for the taking. They'll hop in the window as they know security's just as clean. Where's Damwon Gaming? There they are. Now Katsang will also rotate in from Cat as Coded and Woogieman's nearly clipped off right there by Coded and will turn some of the fire onto him, but time is getting too low, and finally Coded seals the deal. Getting closer and closer towards it. Folks with the second one here, and a nice nade to knock out Woogieman as well. Great a punch hole to play off of, not necessarily going to use it though. Coded also put into a tough spot here as finally another one-to-one exchange comes out. Leaves it all on Coded now in the 1v3 clutch, and oh, what a shot to save his own life here against Houghton, but a lot more work to be done. He might just do it though as he shuts down Fault. He knows how he needs to approach this. The case is down on the ground. He has full overwatch on it, but Coded messes up, reveals his legs.
Rin's gonna see if he can be the response here as the Zephyr goes for the pop-up and Coded just drives in. The zaps come, the clash goes. A great bait and play in the spray. Rin round the corner. You keep your cursor flat at head level and you are gifted with results. Rampy tries to get some response, but they have the watch and they have, importantly, they're gonna deep dive to the close wall. They can't quite get the angle. The clash and the castle even has popped open one apiece. And Sky's still in position, but the diffuser, it is now isolated, and Yas is now in sight. A double. They're looking for the pings. They're finding the C4, and it connects. A 2 versus 3 now, and it is visible, but they pick it back up. Give themselves a little bit more time, and Yas is going to see if they can get it stuck. Another C4. That one connects too. Space Station living up to their alias and making sure everything is blown up above them to the stars. The third attempt, and there is no more C4s. There is ping. A little bit further back. Not quite connected, and it's a post plant. More than enough to make sure they're suddenly in a 2 versus 2, but Hot and Cold and Rampy are doing everything to bring it back. Rin creeps the wrong side, but catches it. Would be maybe the biggest for some players here, but it does not happen. Damwon Kia are in the playoffs.
Damwon Kia locked and secured as our final playoff team from this group.
It's also making the execute count, and the push is about to come to shove.
Katsang working his way in here along with Yas. SSG falling to pieces as just Fultz and Houghton remain. Fultz off the site as well, and Katsang quickly takes care of the only other piece of resistance, and why not get the last one as well? Damwon Kia comes out on top in regulation in their final game of the group, and that will not only lock them in for the playoffs, but it also locks them in for first place in the group.
FaZe Clan and Rogue at 15 points to 11. 7 points for Chiefs and Oxygen, of course, who pack up and go home. Team 1 at 12. SANDBOX at 9. And even though Vitality got 9 points of their own, SANDBOX beat them and have the head-to-head advantage against them overall here in the tournament, which means that SANDBOX are through.
Group C, Ninjas in Pajamas, Team BDS, the two by far and away best teams in that group. It's night and day difference. 15 points for Ninjas in Pajamas, 14 for Team BDS, a low 4 for SONIQS, even lower 3 for Invictus, but they did get a win on the final day, so they've got something to take back with them. Going through to Group D, as we've just seen, Damwon Kia, they take that #1 seed due to getting the regulation victory in the end over Space Station. Space Station, of course, were already confirmed, 11 points. Then you've got Team Empire on 9, unfortunately missing out. Their day 1 form was just not good enough.
Yep.
And FURIA, who gave everybody a good fight, but ultimately just couldn't get over the line against basically anybody.